Alright folk, we are here at the Marina in Dubai. Thought I'll do a little night tour. I'll do two of those, one at the Marina and one at the other side where you have more of the nightlife activity, the restaurants and people shopping and eating. But this is spectacular here. Anyways, this is nice. I wanted to make a quick video also and talk about what do I pack when I travel. I've been asked these questions numerous times. I don't pack a lot of things when I travel, to be honest. Depends on where I am going, depends on the season. You know, you pack whether it's summer clothes or winter clothes. If you go into the desert, you know, you'll pack the clothes that matches the occasion. There are a few things, however, I always make sure that I have in place. Since the hallmark of your trip is the memories, you want to make sure you have a good camera. So you need to invest in a super duper good camera. I happen to have the Pixel 6. I think it's okay. And then it's also good to have a secondary camera because there are certain parts of the world they will snatch your camera. And so, you know, if I'm walking in these questionable cities or neighborhoods, I don't want the phone with my SIM card, WhatsApp, Facebook, Google, and all of that to be stolen. So I will use that secondary $160 camera that I buy just to take some shots. You know, so it depends. Definitely storage is important, to have that storage, backup storage, unless you have a lot of storage on your Google Drive if you're using Google. Also to have a power bank. I think that is very, you know, quintessential, just to kind of have enough power when you travel. I've been in situations where I'm making a video, especially if you make a lot of videos like I do, that will consume your power very fast, your battery very fast. So it's always good to have backup in those. Then, you know, it's good, I recommend, to have your bank aware of the places you're going to be traveling so that your card will not be declined. If all of a sudden you're in the States making financial transactions in the States, the next thing you know, a charge is being processed in Dubai, most banks might want to decline it, and that's a good thing. But if it's at midnight in the States, daylight in Dubai, when that happens, you will not be able to call the bank. Some of them do not have 24 hours in order to get it rectified. So I always say to create a travel alert and let the banks know. Definitely good to have more than just one type of card. What do I mean by that? Not every place will accept Visa, so sometimes having Visa and or MasterCard is useful. Lots of skyscrapers here. I also recommend that you have some cash when you travel in small values, like a lot of singles, fives and tens, because you will find yourself in a spot where, you know, you take a taxi and you do a transaction and they don't accept card. A lot of places in the world actually do not accept cards. Therefore, you will need to have the cash to pay them. But what's going to happen, right? We all backpackers know that. The guy gonna tell you, hey, I don't have any change. So convenient. And he gets to keep your entire 20 when all he needed was a $7 US. So have small digits ready. And also it's like your emergency stash. You don't use it frequently, you just use it when there is an actual need for using it. Morocco against Spain tonight. I'm not watching that game live, taking a break from the soccer. I will watch the replay tonight. What is the other thing that I would highly recommend? I highly recommend you have an adapter. Some of the outlets are not the same like the US, obviously. Therefore, it's good to have a universal adapter. So whatever country you go into, you'll be able to plug your electronic devices. That's very, 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 very important, you know. Nothing like when your phone is about to die, but you can plug it in the outlet. So that's important. I travel with a light blanket from experience because, you know, even if you're going somewhere warm, you'll be surprised how cold the night flights on the airplane gets, or on the train, or on the bus. or even the hostel. For example, last night my hostel was super cold, man. I swear to God, they were trying to kill me or kill us. The game is on, folk. Morocco versus Spain. It's a beautiful game. We'll see the reviews later tonight. Anyway, so in a situation like this, the hostel being that cold, where I had to sleep with my pants and my hoodie and still use the comforter they gave me, still I felt like it was very cold. So having a little blanket, a light one, comes in handy if you're on a bus, a train, or an airplane. It really comes in handy. Having a little lock for your storage. Not everywhere will give you a lock, although most places will have storage. Kids are out playing, having fun, you know, but not every place will give you a lock. So having a lock is also helpful. Now, I've always used the traditional locks with the, you know, the pad and the lock, but I decided to be fancy and use the combination ones. Somehow, I'm pretty sure I'm putting in the right combination and it didn't work. So I had to tear the whole damn bag open just to get my items when I got here. Oh well. But it's good to have a lock. What else? I'm thinking off my head here. I should make a list when I make these videos, but you know, having a copy of your passport is very important, both on your cell phone, obviously, and in person. There are lots of places you will not be able to get on the train or go to a hostel or do certain things if you don't have a copy of your passport as a foreigner. They will not accept your ID. You will need a copy of your passport. And if your passport do get lost, it's easy to take it from there if you have a copy, if you have to go to the nearest US embassy or something. So I recommend a copy of your passport. What else? Can't think of, you know, any specific thing off my head right now. But the key is I don't do anything differently when I travel. You know, I just pack my own clothes. I might buy one or two new shirts or pants, but it's the same. Everything else that I wore back home, that's what I normally wear. And then no major changes. I guess the point is, for you don't need a whole new wardrobe to travel. You don't need to spend a lot of money on clothes and bags and non-essentials. If that's your thing, fine, go for it. But I'm saying, don't let that deny you, serve as a hindrance to travel. You know, traveling should not cost you a lot of money. And I think that's the biggest misconception. Yeah, you spend some money, but it's a lot cheaper for me when I travel than when I'm living back in the US. If I spend a month traveling, that month is significantly cheaper for me than when I'm back in the US. And I get to do a lot of cool, adventurous things. So money should not be a hindrance to traveling. The same clothes, shoes, buy a backpack. If you don't have one, get on a plane with the few things I mentioned and other essentials you can think about, and go. Do it. Go. Get out there. You will figure it out. You will make mistakes. You will learn. As you learn, you will improve on these mistakes and get better at it. If you're afraid to go, try to go with someone if you can find somebody. If you can't, go by yourself. Don't wait. Anyway, this goes on and on and on and on. This is the Marina here in Dubai, in the JBR area. This is where I told it's very elite, very luxurious here. It's nice though, especially at night. It costs a lot of money for everything out here. I'll be going up north, I think, in a few days to the souks, less expensive area, but I wanted to come see this place first. Nice place, like I said, if you want to bring your family, you can come out here and walk, do it all. But not my kind of thing, really. I think it's overplayed, very showy, very flashy. But apart from that, I don't see what else Dubai has to offer. I can get this in New York. You know, I don't know, you might say it's better or not. That's relative, but I can get this in America. Why would I fly halfway around the world to see and experience something I can get in my own country? I want to escape my life when I travel. So souks and deserts and camels and traditional markets, and these are the things that impresses me. All right, folks, so we'll end right here. I'm sure there are many other things that you need to do when you travel. I don't think it's as consequential. In other words, if you don't have it, it's going to make a big deal. But again, I didn't make a list, and I'm trying to walk and talk and film and make sure I don't walk into people all at the same time, and I'm not good at multitasking, unfortunately. So but yeah, don't overthink it, folk. Travel is not complicated, it's easy, and that's what I try to show. I only make these videos to inspire people because I strongly believe that's the best thing you can do with your time and with your money is to get out there, see the world, have unique experiences that will last you a lifetime. We live for experiences, not for things. That's the only reason why I show you, so I can inspire you to go. That is not as complicated as they would have you believe. Let's hop across on the other side, across the marina, and see what it looks like. All right, ciao.